The John and Ken Show. John Cobell here. Ken's off today. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. All right, this is hard to believe. R. Scott Moxley in the Orange County Weekly has broken a story about Congressman Dana Rohrabacher, who's been around a long time, Republican out of Orange County. And he spent a little over 2 years in $1 million rental home. And when he left in August of 2012, Moxley said he left behind a shockingly horrific pigsty. And there's photos to prove this. If you go to our website, the John and Ken page at KFIM640.com, we have a link to the OC Weekly, and you can see the photos in color. I just looked at them in color. I've been looking at them in black and white. And now the roll call, the website out of Washington has done a piece on it as well. So it looks like this is real because there isn't an explicit denial from Rohrabacher, other than to say we did not trash the house. But I didn't know what his definition of trash is. Let me read this to you. First of all, let me set the scene. From April of 2010 till August of 2012, Rohrabacher lived there. In this house, it was 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, worth $1 million, built in 1948, 2 stories. Carpeting was new, appliances worked, the walls were spotless. And according to Moxley's story, flowers, plants, and grass all thriving in the backyard, just a few miles from the Pacific Ocean. Now, in August of 2012, he changed the locks and would not let the homeowner, Robert Polyniak, inside. He wouldn't let Polyniak do the annual inspection. He moves out in August of 2012, and when Polyniak finally got in there, holy mackerel. Moxley describes it as a shockingly horrific pigsty, a dump worse than a college fraternity house of unhygienic slobs who were unfamiliar with the most basic tools of cleaning. Now, Polyniak's girlfriend, Darlene Whitsell, entered the home after Rohrabacher left, and she started crying. It was disgusting. It was unbelievable. Who lives like that? Now, Rohrabacher is 66, but he wasn't living there alone, according to this story. He's living there with his wife and their triplets. He's got 3 kids. So here's a description of what Rohrabacher left behind. Massive black stains and muck covered the carpet throughout the home. Sticky grime encased damaged, rusted appliances. The plants and grass were never watered, so everything was dried up and dead. The blinds were cracked. Black dirt was all over the tile floors. Walls inexplicably contained odd holes. Nail polish, wax, and Moxley writes some smelly substance that may have been feces.
Oh, God.
May have been feces.
I think you either know or you don't.
Allegedly feces. Yeah, isn't that one of those things? You stick your finger in the hole and you...
There's one test.
You sniff your finger and you go, whoa, that smells like
yes.
feces.
There's the test.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, no.
Every toilet seat in the house was broken. The ceilings showed smoke damage. How could you do all this in 2.5 years? Besides, he's a congressman. He's in Washington most of the time, and it's a wife and 3 triplets. What are they going to do? Light switches were cracked, clumps of hair, and remnants of what may have been balloons or some other rubbery material clogged the sinks. Other rubbery material?
Are these triplets Huey, Dewey, and Louie? I mean, what's going on there?
I'm trying to see. You hate to. Well, they got a picture of him with the kids, and and I guess they're girls. Like, two of them look like girls, and they're small in this photo, like maybe 8 years old, 9, 7, something like that. But I don't know where the photo's from. I remember he had the triplets not all that long ago.
Yeah, according to, if you Google, it's 2 sons and a daughter. 2
sons and a daughter?
Yeah. And they are, I don't know how old.
Yeah.
04.
04, okay. Well, one of them wearing a ski hat, so I couldn't tell. But I had, you can't, 3 kids can't do that much damage. Now, it says here, all right, so rubbery material clogging the sinks, cracks scarred the doors, thick solidified grease rendered the air suction vent above the kitchen stove useless. Bathroom towel bars were missing, and the vanity suffered water damage. All right, now we're going to go upstairs.
That's all downstairs?
Wow. Let's go up the stairs together. So a second-floor suite used by Dana Rohrabacher's wife, Rhonda, it was her bedroom, contained a huge, mysterious, lubricant-like stain. Moxley said it's something you might expect on the floor of a Hollywood sex club. Oh, my God. And it had seeped through the thick carpet and padding and tarnished a hardwood floor. The dishwasher wasn't working. A wooden chair in the backyard was crushed, and the phone lines were strangely severed. An overflowing tub cracked a ceiling, I guess, down below with water damage. And white maggots were squirming underneath a kitchen stove.
Aww. That's where I draw the line.
Dana Rohrabacher's on the line? Okay. Oh, Merry Christmas, Aaron. In case I don't survive this.
You get the
hey, Dana.
Pictures.
Dana.
Yes, hello. Yes, hello.
You're on the John and Ken show live here. Just John with you. Ken's away. Thank you for coming.
Okay. We're on the air now? Is that it?
What's that?
Are we on the air now?
We're on the air right now. Yes.
Okay.
I was just reading out loud this story by R. Scott Moxley of the Orange County Weekly.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's total lie. Just like this guy has repeatedly fabricated stories about me over the years. I mean, this is the guy who said I dressed up in drag to go see Sirhan.
Did you?
And that no, I did not.
Did you dress up in drag to visit someone else?
No, I didn't dress up in drag forever. And this is, I don't know what's going on in his mind, but I do know that over and over and over again he's been saying these lies, and this is the worst one. This is absolutely the worst one. What he describes, and by the way, the pictures that you're being shown have been doctored.
The pictures are doctored?
They are doctored pictures. That what happened was this. By the way, just so you'll know, the landlord calls my wife up on July 3rd, says you got 30 days to get out. And by the way, in California law, that's not the case. If you've been in over a year, you got 60 days to leave.
But hold on. There's paid invoices by the landlord, Robert Polyniak, totaling $25,800 worth of damage. So if this is all made.
Yeah, all
he's looked at the invoices. He has the exact numbers here.
Look, he may have look at the invoices, but there's nothing to do with what I did to the house or was involved in the house. Let me give you the example. That house when I moved in, there was they by law, I guess, someone who is a real estate person goes over the house and says this is what it looked like. It is not $1 million home by anybody's evaluation.
Well, what I'm saying is where would you get? First of all, there's apparently he sent. Apparently, you have a lawyer named Devin Lucas.
Yeah, we've been trying to get our deposit
and
back.
You filed a lawsuit. You filed a lawsuit, and you have sent, according to Moxley, more than 50 hostile letters to Polyniak.
No, I haven't sent. Over a year before we hired a lawyer to try to get our deposit back, he wouldn't return our phone calls. we called and called. He owes us $7,000 in deposit, so he's made up this incredible story. He trashed his house or someone did.
You think, wait a second, you're saying he trashed the house because he wanted to get out of the...
Yeah, I don't know if it was him or if it was somebody else.
Wait a second. If he owed you $7,000, why would he trash the house for $25,000?
Will you let me finish the sentence, please? You're charging me with all kinds of BS here. The fact is, we have extensive photographs of when we moved out. We have an extensive video. It tells exactly the opposite story. What you see as being trashed, what you have, for example, that very dark stain on the white rug, which, by the way, we do have triplets who go up and down the stairs. That stain is made to look darker, and we see a little pile of dirt next to it. That was days after we left the house. We have pictures of when we left that the stain wasn't anywhere that dark, and there wasn't a pile of dirt next to the floor where somebody was piling dirt on the floor. Now, who took that picture and who put dirt on the floor?
Were the toilet seats broken?
No. Look at the video. Before you take OC Weekly, which is whatever you want to describe it as, but take a look at the photographs that were taken when we left, the day we left, extensive photographs.
Well, where are these photographs?
As well as we posted them.
Where?
All of these people, Rhonda, if they want to look at the photos and the video, I might add a video of the whole place, you will see it is pristine. And all of the charges you just leveled against me
I'm reading Moxley's report here.
That's right, Moxley's report.
Right.
Moxley,
and he got this information from Polyniak.
You know what? Whether he got it from him or not, I don't know, but there's total lies. And if anybody would like to see the video...
Well, why would Polyniak do this?
Why would who?
Why would Polyniak, the landlord, do this if he's making it all up and lying and doctoring photos
why would I can't talk about his motives. I don't know. All I know is he owed me $7,000 deposit. We gave him a pristine house back. We documented it. And by the way, the stains on the floor that you saw, we also have a move-in document that someone else prepared, meaning a real estate company for him, which said there were stains on every rug when I moved in.
All right. Can you hang on? I got to do a commercial break. All right. Can you hang on? Hold on. Okay. All right. I want you to get your say on this, but just hang on. Dana Rohrabacher, he's the Congressman Republican from Orange County, and the Orange County Weekly, R. Scott Moxley, is released a story that shows that Rohrabacher's house that he rented for 2.5 years was left in absolutely disgusting. John and Ken Show. John Cobell here. Ken's away today. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. We got Republican Congressman Dana Rohrabacher on Orange County. Excuse me. The OC Weekly's R. Scott Moxley did a story claiming that Dana Rohrabacher rented out for a little over 2 years a Costa Mesa home, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, wife, his 3 triplets. And when he moved out in August 2012, he changed the locks on the landlord, Robert Polyniak, and he left behind what Moxley describes as a shockingly horrific pigsty, massive black stains and muck on the carpet, sticky grime in case the damaged, rusted appliances. All the plants and grass were dead. Walls had odd holes with smelly substances in the holes. Toilet seats broken. Smoke damage on the ceiling. Light switches cracked. Clumps of hair and rubbery materials clogging the sink. Some kind of mysterious stain that had seeped through the carpeting in one of the bedroom suites. Maggots under the stove. Dishwasher wasn't working. Phone line severed. Wooden chair broken up. The heck? Now, he's on the line here, Dana Rohrabacher, claiming that this is all a lie.
It's all a lie.
By Robert Polyniak, the landlord.
No. I'm not saying it's all a lie by Moxley or the landlord. Neither you nor I know how much of that Moxley made up on his own. Let me give you an example.
Well, wait. How much of it?
Let me answer.
Wait. What didn't he make up then?
Wait a minute. You just went through a list of things. I'd like to put a little light on my side on it. The landlord was the one responsible for all the upkeep of the lawn. Anything that happened to do with the lawn was the landlord's responsibility. That was part of the rent. We never had a phone line in that house. We are a digital home. We've never had a regular phone in that house. Number three, the locks that were changed early on. Somebody put we have 6-year-old kids, and somebody put a key in the lock and broke the lock off. It had nothing to do with keeping the keeping the landlord out. The fact is, the landlord was in and out of that house for at least once or twice a month during the whole time we were there. We permitted him to store things in our garage.
What happened in the kitchen? Seems like something bad happened in the kitchen.
All right. Well, what I want you to do is we are inviting everybody to take a look at a video that we made, extensive video when we left, at www.facebook.com//Dana Rohrabacher, and you will see a video of that, and it is a pristine house. What Mr. Moxley is calling disgusting. It is a pristine house. There are stains on the rugs, and it was a cheap white rug. We have triplets, 6-year-old triplets.
Well, how do you prove when the video was made?
What?
How do you prove
we made the video? It's dated or whatever. It's very easy. We have left the house. That was when we vacated. The day we vacated the house, a friend of mine decided, he's a property assessor, I might add, and knows and fights these things and understands that when the landlord doesn't want to give his the deposit back, you must have to prove it was in good condition.
All right, but hold on.
The whole place.
But all right, here's where I don't understand this logic. Maybe you can help me. He owes you. I'll take your word that he owes you $7,000, and he doesn't want to pay it. Okay. Well, then why would he go in and do $25,000 worth of damage? How does that help?
He didn't do $25,000 worth of damage. For example, the back lawn, which he was responsible for on his own, he's claiming I'm liable for that. That's part of your $25,000 right
well,
there.
Wait. Moxley looked at the paid invoices showing that the widespread damage totaled more than $25,000. Polyniak deducted the $6,700 security deposit and sent you the bill for the rest.
Well, it's all baloney. The bottom line is.
Well, wait. So the invoices, the invoices are baloney?
Yeah, the invoices don't reflect anything that I caused. The bottom line is we.
Well, wait. But the invoices are real.
I haven't seen the invoices. The bottom line is, I went through the house.
Wait a second. If somebody owes, if I owe somebody $7,000. I'm not going to do $25,000 worth of damage to my own property. That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to tell you that is all questionable whether that's 25. Scott Moxley, by the way.
But you haven't seen the invoices.
Hold on. You're saying $25,000 in damage because you trust Scott Moxley. Looked at this. I wouldn't trust Scott Moxley for anything accurate. The guy's been lying about me for 20 years, and no, I do not accept his analysis.
Well, wait a second.
Documents
didn't Polyniak send you the bill for the $25,000?
Did he ever send us a bill for $25,000?
Or 25 minus 6,700?
No, let me tell you what he did. For a year, we tried to call him to get our deposit back. He would not answer our phone calls, so we had to end up suing to get that money back. At that point, he countersued, which always happens when the landlord doesn't want to give you your deposit back, and basically made up all of these things as a countersuit. And I'm sorry.
Well, his girlfriend, Darlene Whitsell, said she broke down crying when she went into the house. She said it was disgusting and unbelievable.
Well,
so the girlfriend's lying too.
I'm inviting everybody to take a look at the extensive video of the house the day we vacated, and you tell me whether this is not a total lie or not when they say we left it in a shambles and shocking.
Here's what I'm going to do. Why don't you hang on the line? Aaron's got to do the news. Hang on the line. I'm going to look at the video during this next commercial news break.
Also, we can actually we can email. We'll email you some photos, too, if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, please do that. Well, hang on the line. I'll talk to you again in a minute. Hold on. Dana Rohrabacher, the Orange County Congressman, refuting this story in the Orange County Weekly that he left behind tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage to a home he and his family rented in Orange County. Just left behind all kinds of stains and grease and toilet seats broken and cracks in doors and light switches and strange rubbery material, maggots. Hey. John Cobell here, Ken's away, KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Okay, so we're in the middle of a conversation with Dana Rohrabacher. Dana has been representing Orange County for a long time in Congress, and the Orange County Weekly, the writer Scott Moxley, did a story that said that he moved out of a rental property in Costa Mesa back in August of 2012. He'd been there about two and a half years. 6,300 square feet. And Moxley claims he left behind a shockingly horrific pigsty. He, his wife, and 3 triplet children. Robert Polyniak is the owner of the home, the landlord. And Polyniak's girlfriend said she broke down crying when she saw what happened. And just a quick rundown again, if you're just joining us. Massive black stains and muck covered the carpeting, sticky grime all over the damaged, rusted appliances. The plants and grass dried up and died, blinds cracked, black dirt on the floors. Walls had odd holes with nail polish wax and some smelly substance. Toilet seats broken, ceiling smoke damage, light switches cracked, clumps of hair and balloons of rubbery material in the sinks, cracks on the doors, solidified grease in the vent, bathroom towel bars missing, huge, mysterious lubricant-like stain in the second-floor bedroom. Dishwasher broken. Wooden chair busted up in the backyard. Tub overflowed that cracked the ceiling with water damage. White maggots under the stove. Now, Rohrabacher's on here, and he says all of this, or most of this, is just not true. He's got a video up on Facebook.
It's now on your page
and
also.
All right, so go to the John and Ken page at KFIAM640.com, and it's almost a 7-minute video, which I've been watching most of it.
That's how big this house is. It takes 7 minutes to go through it on video.
Well, yeah.
I think I could get I know Tim could get his 500 square footer done in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, Dana, you there?
What?
I'm watching the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're watching my house, right?
Yes. Well, I assume it's your house. I don't know what to believe anymore, but
the old house.
The carpet. This is the Costa Mesa house that you lived in from 2010 to 2012, right?
I guess the one you're describing is, yes.
Okay. Now, the carpeting looks disgusting in some areas.
No, the carpeting has stains that you would expect on a cheap white carpet that you walk on. And not to mention that I have 3 little kids who they decided to rent to a house for 3 kids. But no, that is it. And I might add, when we moved in, there is a document from the real estate assessor who went through before he went in, saying that all the carpets in all of those rooms were stained. So the stain was there before we got there. Now, it was after 2.5 years of walking on the white carpet. Was it worse? Yes.
No, the carpets were dirty. I mean, I don't think we can debate that. Your video shows it.
Yeah, but it doesn't show that it was that way when we got there. And there's also, let me add, my video, if you'll notice, is a lot different, and it's in the sense that when their pictures show it to be really dark black goop on that carpet, that's not what my video shows. And in my video also shows that there's an area that is free from anything, only in their pictures you can see a little bit of pile of dirt that somebody put there. Now, who put the pile of dirt there after we left?
Well, what about the grime-covered kitchen stove? I mean, he's got that picture. Some of these pictures are dated August the 5th of 2012, 8:45 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and your stove, your video shows a clean stove. So
not a clean stove on the outside.
But
the guy opens it up, and it's a clean stove on the inside. And let me note that walkthrough that before we actually moved into the house indicates the stove that we got was dirty. So we actually are giving back a cleaner stove than we got.
Look, let's say I take your video at face value. What the heck would be the motive here? I've never heard of such a thing. When a guy doesn't want to, if he doesn't want to pay you the security deposit, the $6,700, so he doesn't want to pay. I don't understand what this is about.
Look, I can't judge his motives. The court.
Look, hasn't your lawyer called him or called his lawyer and said, "What are you doing?"
Look, for a year, we tried to contact him personally with no lawyer, just saying, look, we want our deposit back. I am not a rich guy.
And what would he tell you?
$7,000. $7,000 means a lot to my family, and I can't just give it away. We worked our butts off to make sure that house was pristine, and we gave that house back to them better than what we got it from them.
All right, but when you called him, to get the security deposit back, what did he say?
He wouldn't answer the phone. We tried to call him for a year. And by law, by the way, if he's not going to give the security deposit back, within about 30 or 60 days, he's got to give us an itemized list of the things for which were wrong and needed to be corrected, and that's what they used the deposit for.
Do you think he dirtied up the house on purpose? Or do you think he photoshopped these photos? He lied to Moxley at the Weekly?
No. I don't know if it was him or Moxley. And I can't judge either one of those guys for who did this.
Well, why would Moxley?
All I know is the photos have been doctored. You can see it right there.
Wait, you keep saying I don't know. It's either Polyniak and his girlfriend, or it's Moxley. Or either Polyniak gave Moxley the story, or Moxley just dreamed it up. I mean, that which sounds kind of preposterous.
Well, all I can tell you is that Moxley has been having lies about me for 20 years. These other people may or may not be motivated by $7,000. I don't know. But all I know
$7,000 isn't that much money to go through this.
Hey, I want to tell you, $7,000 to me is a lot of money.
But not to go through this aggravation. What I'm saying from his end,
I'm going through this aggravation because to me, that money is so important for my family. That's the reason I know that people are going to take advantage of the fact that you've got a congressman that you can kick him around and he feels like he can't defend himself, or we'll get on the John and Ken show. Well,
you've been defending yourself for half an hour here. I let you on a half hour. We're trying to get Polyniak and Moxley, but so far you're the only one who's come on.
Well, I'm very, very, very pleased that I have a chance to answer this. And I will tell you that anybody wants to look it up. We also have photos that we're putting up on a website. And also we have the report of when I moved in showing that the house had all these stains that you're talking about. Maybe they were worse after 2.5 years.
I don't know, because photos, obviously can be doctored. Timestamps can be faked. I have got no way to prove your video is authentic or not, and I can't prove his photos are authentic enough or not, but I'm just kind of flummoxed. If they're making this up, why would they do this?
Well, I'm not going to judge their motives. All I can judge is
I would be judging their motives. If somebody tomorrow puts out a story like this about me, I'm going to be judging their motives.
Go right ahead. All I want is for the $7,000 they owe me, and for them to quit lying that I, for example, caused the lawn to die when it was their responsibility.
Now the lawn looks good in your video.
Yeah, we actually started watering it, but it was his.
So that video is not from when you moved in, right?
No, that's from when we moved out. That was 2 hours before we moved out. And I will tell you this much: we broke the lock on purpose. No, I have kids that broke the lock, and we didn't lock the landlord out. He was at our house. We have lots of people who have seen him in our house probably once a month for the last 2 years, and all of this is made up from that.
Well, I rarely get a story where both sides are at the extreme opposite.
Well, the court will decide, and I'm very satisfied with that. This guy wouldn't even give us a list.
So you're suing him for the $7,000, or is he suing you for the $18,000 that he says you owe him for the damage?
What it is, all he had to do is give us a list and a price and some things, itemized list with the receipts within, I think, 60 days. And then he could have kept all that money legally his. He wouldn't even talk to us until we filed that suit and then he files this countersuit so he can keep his $7,000. Well, it's not his.
But you get involved in a lawsuit, you're going to blow way more than $7,000 real fast.
That's correct.
Real fast.
And I will tell you, the only thing that keeps me going is that the judge can basically, in this case, when you're talking about a landlord refusing to give back a deposit, if he loses, he has to pay the court fees and the legal fees.
That doesn't seem a smart thing to do. All right, Dana, I got to go because we're way behind time here. Thanks for coming on. And we'll see what happens. Dana Rohrabacher, congressman from Orange County, being accused by the landlord, Robert Polyniak, in a house that he stayed in from April 2010 and August 2012 of leaving behind $25,000 worth of damage, all kinds of stains and muck and grime and things broken. And
you know what I'm curious about, and I just thought of this, and I don't know if he's still on the line, but what's the time frame between his moving out and somebody and this landlord checking the place out? Because if kids rolling by see somebody moving out and they see a house vacant for a week or two,
yeah, right. I mean, you could.
That's Party Central.
Yeah. Although the damage in the photos, if these photos are real, look like a buildup over a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not so much like broken windows as it is just a lot of disgusting dirt and grime and grease and just, I don't know. John Covell here. Ken is away. So we just spent most of the hour talking with Dana Rohrabacher, the Orange County congressman. And we have two complete opposite stories. We have the story that R. Scott Moxley wrote in the OC Weekly, quoting Robert Polyniak and describing what Polyniak and his girlfriend Darlene Whitsell saw when they entered a home that they had rented out to Rohrabacher for 2.5 years, ending in August of 2012. And what they saw was just all kinds of disgusting dirt, stains, grime, things broken, cracked, everything from the toilet seats to the blinds were broken, the light switches cracked, massive black stains and muck covering the carpet. And the carpet, I think, was left with a lot of goo on it. Grime all over the appliances, solidified grease in the vents, some disgusting lubricant-like stain on the floor of the bedroom. So Moxley claims, or Polyniak claims. So we just had Dana Rohrabacher on, and he had a video that he says was shot the day he moved out. And Polyniak and Moxley have these photos of what it looked like after Rohrabacher moved out. It's completely opposite, with the exception of maybe the carpeting stains. So Rohrabacher is saying he's owed $6,700 for a security deposit that he never got. Polyniak is saying he's owed another $18,000 to cover all the damages. Total of $25,000. Now, somebody's lying here. If those photos and that video were taken at the same time, somebody's lying. Because the photos and the stories are 100% different. So, anyway, we've got the photos up at the website, and we have the video. A link to the photos and the video, R. Scott Moxley's story. Now, you know, we've put in a call to Robert Polyniak to see if he'll come on, because, we only got another couple hours here. And then we're going on Christmas vacation. We come back, nobody's going to care. So I want to get this settled right now. We've put in a call to Moxley, too, because he listens to the show quite a bit, and we've used much of his work in the past. So we're at a standoff when it comes to that. But anything's possible, and I believe nobody. When we come back,